Que la que hay, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, Nación Puerto Rico, Nación Call of Duty, este es tu momento. No, que la que hay, bueno, que la que hay, ¿cómo están, gente? ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, Pachi?
Este es tu momento. Yo creo que esa introducción que tú acabas de hacer ahí me gustó mucho porque cuando llega Call of Duty, por alguna razón, pueden salir muchos títulos, o sea, pueden salir demasiados títulos, pero cuando llega Call of Duty, todo el mundo tiene que hacer como que, wow, espérate, vamos a ver qué es lo que está ofreciendo. Pero contestándote la pregunta, me siento muy bien, me siento pompeado lo que está pasando en el mundo del gaming. Está bien activo lo que estamos viendo, muchos juegos que están saliendo y ahora pues llegó el momento de dividir, pero por supuesto estamos aquí para llevarle la mejor información y por supuesto el análisis más completo relacionado a Call of Duty Next.
Así que, gente, ¿qué estamos viendo en este live stream presentado por Claro? La red más poderosa, Call of Duty Next, en donde vamos a conocer más profundo de lo que estará ocurriendo dentro de lo que es Call of Duty Modern Warfare, que estará lanzando ya mismo, y esto es bastante...
Noviembre 10, ya se quita, ya
Sí,
mismo.
no, el beta es mañana.
Bueno,
El beta.
el beta mañana, el beta mañana. Si usted no sabe, señoras y señores, aquí también, además del Next, ¿verdad? Que vamos a estar cubriendo, también, por supuesto, mañana estamos pompeados porque mañana recibimos lo que es el beta de Call of Duty a la 1. Yo sé que Nega ya estaba diciéndome, ya yo lo dejé ready, estoy pompeado, tengo todo listo. Vamos a prepararnos para hacer ese live mañana a la 1 y le vamos a dar definitivamente.
Así que estoy pendiente al chat. Si me escucho bajo, también porque hablo bajito comparado a Pachi. Pachi habla más alto que yo.
Sí, yo sé más
Pachi,
problemático.
cuéntame.
Puedo bajar un poco también aquí porque
¿Te recuerdas de Modern Warfare 3 o el original?
Sí, claro. Yo de hecho trabajaba en GameStop para aquel entonces. Eso era una historia de Midnight y todo espectacular. Oye, Nega, te pregunto, aprovechando de su momento, ¿verdad? Si se puede. Hablamos de lo que hablaste de Modern Warfare 3. Me preguntaste a mí, pero yo me gustaría preguntarte a ti, ¿qué recuerdos tú tienes de aquel? ¿Qué diferencia tiene ahora, verdad? Tú lo dirías, ¿verdad? O qué recuerdos buenos tienes.
Yo me recuerdo que
A ver
muchas
si lo veo
personas.
por ahí.
Porque
Ahora
este juego salió cuando yo estaba en high school. Y muchas personas estaban bastante entusiasmadas. Y el hecho de que los servidores eran. Todo el mundo como que gritándose. La historia. Todo el mundo quería ver la conclusión de la historia. Porque en ese momento las personas estaban bastante interesadas en ver cómo la historia terminaba. Y una de las misiones más grandes de cómo invadían Estados Unidos, como que a mí me dejó en shock, como que, oh wow, en serio esto era posible en un Call of Duty, como que primero lo tengamos ahora, y ahora la invasión como que yo quiero ver cómo cogen elementos de las pasadas entregas en así que it's gonna be fun, va a ser entretenido, va a estar entusiasmado, y estamos a 60 segundos de Call of Duty Next Showcase, en donde estaremos conociendo todo lo que estará pasando en Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, que estará lanzando ya mismo.
eso es así, verifícate, Nega, cualquier cosa.
Sí, yo estoy
verifícate cualquier cosa que vi que estaba un poquito. Ok. Algo bien interesante que yo quisiera preguntar, ¿verdad? Dice por ahí Cristian, saludos a Cristian que está por ahí, que dice que es esto, nueva temporada o juego nuevo, ¿verdad? Y algo que Nega estaba mencionando, y me gustaría que ustedes en los comentarios, ¿verdad? Opinen, ¿cuál será esa misión que va a abrir o cuál será ese momento que nos va a impactar de este juego, ¿verdad? Porque ya hemos visto, ¿verdad? Varias cosas, nos han dado un teaser, ¿verdad? De un avión y todo. Pero yo creo que nos pueden impactar, como Nega está mencionando, puede llegar ese momento de impactarnos, y uno de los mapas multiplayer en lo personal, que yo creo que ellos van a estar resaltando bastante, es Favela o el aeropuerto. Pero yo quiero saber ustedes, ¿verdad? Quiero saber cuál es su opinión. Y ya vamos a comenzar oficialmente. Uy.
Sí, se la estrenamos pisado por Claro, la red más poderosa, y por ustedes. Así que... ¿Viste? Ya le cogiste el truco a esto.
You know who we are? Going so. This is Ghost. Woods. Mace. Farah. Boston Adler. Captain Price. Going dark. No! Everybody ready?
Mano, la nostalgia.
Son 20 años. Ellos van a apelar a la nostalgia, pa. yo creo que todos los que estamos involucrados aquí de alguna manera u otra, cuando vemos esto decimos, wow, qué momento.
Nice. Todas las memorias. Tienen que mostrar el Claro Gaming Championship.
Definitivo, definitivo.
But it's not over yet. Trust me.
En el chat lo dicen, en el chat lo dicen, la nostalgia es real.
No me escucho. 1, 2, 3.
Sí, yo te escucho, yo te escucho.
Sí, no, pero
A lo mejor
acá,
yo te estoy escuchando.
acá.
Ese anuncio fue tan épico.
Sí. Call of Duty celebrando 20 años.
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory. This month we are celebrating
Para la
20
música.
years of Call of Duty. With all the matches played and missions completed, our history is made up of the incredible experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work
Dice
to
Daniel
bring
que te
these
escuchas
games to
bajito.
life each day, thank
Yo
you
de por sí que
for
hablo
sharing
bajito,
this
dame-
journey with us. We have some amazing
Dame un
in-game
momento en lo que
rewards
yo
we'll
hablo
be
un poquito
announcing
más,
later in the
ok.
show, but for now, we wanted to take a
Amplify.
moment to reflect. You are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across the world, we're
1, 2, 3,
grateful
1,
and
2,
humbled
3.
at your
Hey!
ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things COD. While we
Bien bajito.
celebrate this
What the
milestone,
fuck?
we are also looking ahead to the next chapter of awesome moments together. Today, you will see and hear all the details
1, 2,
of
3.
Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, an exclusive look at Modern Warfare Zombies,
raro.
a brand new Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and
Oh,
more.
eso va a estar
In Call
chévere.
of Duty, no one fights
No mapa de
alone.
Warzone.
So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty Next. And first up, this is Modern
Y
Warfare
ustedes saben lo
3
grande que es
multiplayer.
el espectáculo. Siempre van.
Imagínate que bueno, en Arkham se
Oh,
pudo
mira el
hacer
mapa,
ya.
mira el mapa, te lo dije que. Mira el
En
mapa.
Warzone, ya estamos en Warzone.
No, I don't think so,
Entonces,
porque no me imagino un mapa multiplayer reveal.
Ahí va a bajarle la musiquita, ahí va a bajarle la musiquita. Favela. 16 mapas icónicos.
Esto va a ser una guerra. Señoras y señores, niños y niñas de todas las edades, ahora se juntan todas las edades y esto va a estar interesante. Dos generaciones van a chocar por primera vez, yo diría, en un mismo juego.
Mi único issue es como que ¿cuál es como que eso está cool? ¿Cuál va a ser el como que con lo que la generación próxima va a estar creciendo? Porque
Sí, por eso.
como que tenemos que ir apostando hacia la nueva generación en cierta manera. Como que
Claro.
como que de ahora en adelante vamos a crear el futuro de Call of Duty, no como que la nostalgia de Call of Duty.
Y by the way, buen punto de Alvin, que usaron la misma canción.
Sí,
Y es lo que tú estás diciendo. Hay que buscar
nostalgia.
ese paso. Es nostalgia completa, yo creo que, y este juego te da eso, ¿verdad? Ese detalle, el detalle de lo que estaban mencionando. Dos perspectivas de dos generaciones, ¿verdad? En un mismo mapa, ¿verdad? Eso va a estar bien interesante.
for Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Warzone, and
Imagínate, Super debería estar ahí.
There are over 250 creators.
Podría, debería. Con la cantidad de seguidores y la TAM, ¿verdad? Que es importante. Claro.
Let's go, Golden Boy.
Oye, comenta en el área de los comentarios qué le pareció, ¿verdad? Ese trailer. Si les trae nostalgia, ¿qué recuerdo les trae, ¿verdad? Eso es bien importante. Ya que yo dejamos varios pensamientos de recuerdo por ahí. Y Anthony pone un punto bien interesante en los comentarios de otro choque generacional, ¿verdad? Que puede pasar con otro juego que viene pronto también, ¿verdad? Estas cosas van a empezar a suceder poco a poco.
Next. Well, guess what? That starts today. We're here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to be getting into.
Me gustaría que trajeran a Golden Boy, por lo menos para First Attack.
We have some amazing guests coming in from the studio.
A mí me encantó Golden, a mí me encantó Golden Boy en. Nice.
¿En qué?
En First Attack y que en First Attack en GeForce.
Ok, sí, él hace un buen contenido. Déjame por aquí.
YouTube channels. Take a look
Dame
and
un
chat
segundo en
on
lo que
either
yo
of these
dame
streams
mutearme
for more details
aquí.
for your chance to earn
Tranquilo.
some of the awesome loot on the screen. I want that weapon charm.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure you go out there.
Turn my
watch
phone
it.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to. But we've got some good stuff coming up on the horizon. But Steph, what do we have coming up first? This is one I'm very excited about.
Yes, we are diving straight into Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
Ok, vamos directamente al multijugador de Modern Warfare 3.
Adam Iskov, Senior
¿Cómo tiene que
Development
ser?
Director, Greg Reisdorf, Multiplayer Creative Director, and Kim Wigan, Development Director. Guys, welcome.
Yo soy bien fanático del área del multiplayer. Yo sí te puedo decir que me encanta.
Where do we even start? You
Yeah,
know,
okay.
I have an idea, but
Yeah, we have a run-up show. We have
Y ahí tenemos en el lado izquierdo, ¿verdad? De lo que se va a estar hablando. Multiplayer, los mapas, el Core CBC, gameplay, el movimiento y, ¿verdad? Lo demás que corre.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to have all the creators being able to play, give us feedback on the game right away, and have everybody play.
Oye, saludos al chat que está activo. Me gusta que el chat está
José
activo.
dice que anuncien el Collector.
Que anuncien el Collector. José dice, like, take my money, I don't care. Olvídate de eso.
Dame las 19 pulgadas.
Olvídate de eso.
¿Tú no te recuerdas el revolú que hubo con la edición especial de Venom?
Yo creo que yo había escuchado algo, pero nunca entré en la conversación completa o en el tema completo. Pero me puedes iluminar, ¿verdad? Mientras seguimos viendo todo esto.
Porque tiene nuevas mecánicas relacionadas al movimiento y va a ser más responsivo. Tienen que ser más grandes de armas en el multijugador. Van a tomar su inventario del 2 al 3.
Pero ellos dicen que este es el inventario más grande, pero yo creo que es el inventario más grande porque están mezclando muchas cosas.
Exacto.
Porque en este caso hay que ver también el zombie, lo que van a traer, las armas que ellos van a traer ahí en esa área. Tiene Warzone, tiene multiplayer, estás combinando 3 modos grandes y se ha dicho de que este es el mapa más grande de zombies que también se ha visto, ¿verdad? En la historia de la franquicia.
Exacto.
Y yo creo que aprovechando la conversación, algo bien interesante, lo que hablamos de zombies, yo creo que también ahora, en este modo que estamos, 2023, ¿verdad? Este año que estamos, los zombies van a ser bien interesantes y yo creo que por eso ellos también le metieron ese énfasis con Treyarch, ¿verdad? Porque se puede crear mucho contenido, ¿verdad? Y anteriormente habíamos visto contenido, pero ya ahora en esta era es bien interesante, ¿verdad? También ver qué contenido se le va a sacar a eso, porque son muchas vertientes las que tiene Call of Duty este año, nega.
Para que yo estoy tratando de escuchar para traducir.
So I think once the gameplay kicks off and everybody is able to get their hands on it in the beta starting tomorrow, we're really going to see, continued positive sentiment around the feel of Modern Warfare 3.
Well, you know what? I think the time for talk is past.
So, ellos están apostando a que la mecánica nueva les va a gustar más al usuario como tal, a todos los que jugamos, a todos los gamers.
Let's go.
And look, there's going to be a lot to dive into. We're going to be pretty much here the
Hola,
entire
chica.
time talking
Premier
through this and pointing out
Mundial.
things that we
Yeah,
see,
chica.
things that catch our attention that we want to highlight for the community. And as it stands right now, I mean, we have all these incredible creators, Stephanie, that are participating in this. And you know that they're loving every minute.
Ya estás viendo el slide, mira cómo lo están, mira. ¿Viste el movimiento rápido? Ya lo empezaron a probar rápido, el slide cancel.
Rápido, loco, el juego.
De hecho, algo que yo estaba, ¿verdad? Estaba leyendo, ¿verdad? Era que tú vas a empezar ahora con todos tus perks de una. O sea, no es que los vas a empezar a obtener como otras veces, que los vas a tener poco a poco. Ya tú empiezas directamente con todos tus perks ahora. So it's going to be interesting.
Nice.
Wow, Rust.
Loco, el feed de ellos estaban teniendo problemas.
¿Verdad que se ve como cuando están cogiendo el feed de ellos? De las pantallas.
Ellos.
Pero ellos están jugando en múltiples mapas a la vez. ¿Te estás dando cuenta de eso?
Sí, no, son un montón de partidas, un montón de partidas.
Ok, pero ¿por qué le dejaron la cámara a él? Explícame eso. ¿Te diste cuenta? El productor.
Él está probando los movimientos. Él está haciendo para tirarse.
Ah, ok. Sí. Los distintos movimientos, ¿verdad? Del juego. Yo miro estos mapas y no hay manera de tú no sentir nostalgia, mano. De verdad, en ese momento que sale, ¿verdad? Por supuesto, ¿verdad? Toda esta era, Modern Warfare 2, 3, era un momento muy bueno del gaming, un momento que estaba evolucionando.
But a lot of what we've done and what we're going to see today are these great sledgehammer touches that you guys have brought to these maps, made modern for Modern Warfare 3.
Es raro ver a todos estos content creators como que probar los movimientos de ellos.
Sí, es que también eso hoy en día cuando un juego tan mecánico como Call of Duty, eso les da también la oportunidad de ellos de profundizar un poco más, ¿verdad? Lo que ellos sienten y yo creo que hay muchas personas que están viendo esos movimientos de por sí y dicen, espérate, esto se puede hacer entonces. Qué bien. Y este tipo de live me gusta porque, tú sabes, hay personas que quieren ver eso mismo, tú sabes, el gameplay, lo que hay, tú sabes. Nega, este mapa tiene muchos recuerdos, pa. No hay break.
Everybody yesterday, I saw all the creators at the red carpet event. They're all like, I'm sniping off the map. I'm sniping off the ladder on high res. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there. So good.
It was so important to us to keep all of those opening moves that you remember from back in the day. And being able to have those in the game, but also have this modernization of the movement, how we're able to work with the high mantles in the game now. Like all of
saludos a Chris, saludos a todos los que se están conectando, que los veo por ahí activos, que también, ¿verdad? Están activos. Yo sé que en el chat hay 2 o 3 que están mirando Slide Cancel y están, vamos ahora a aprovecharlo, ahora es que llegó el momento. Sí. Slide Cancel para atrás.
Este mapa es súper, mano, las nostalgias.
Lo que te estoy mencionando, yo miro eso y yo digo, wow, tantos años, ¿verdad? Que han pasado y tú dices otra vez volver y uno quiere volver porque la gente lo estaba pidiendo esto a gritos.
We've gone through and we've maintained a lot of that within these maps. And there's a few places where we've had to make exceptions for that, but for the most part, like you can go in, those lines of sights that were there are still there, and you're going to have fun. You're going to be able to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots, especially in high rise, just off the bat.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And keeping that conversation going, what are the the maps, like, because I know that there's going to be more down the line.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps. Yeah.
So in addition to these 5 that we're playing today,
Ok, ahora van a hablar de los
on
launch maps.
launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16 OGs from 2009. So we're talking Karachi, Invasion, Afghan, Glory, Skid Row, you know, Subbase, Rundown.
Wow.
Yeah, like,
Sí,
it's all
Afghan,
going
por
on.
favor,
Yeah,
eso no podía faltar.
so,
Afghan
we're super
es un mapa que
excited
no
to be
puede,
bringing those.
no puede
And
faltar.
in addition to those OGs, we have some new ground war maps that we're launching too.
Muy bien.
So we have 3 ground war maps that are brand new, which is the the traditional like 32v32 vehicle gameplay. Yeah, so that's going to be an awesome
Sí, que era lo que yo estaba mencionando, que son 16 mapas, OGs y 4 mapas nuevos para Ground War. Iván, yo creo que te vas a enfiebrar otra vez. Yo creo que sí.
Este chamaco deberían de poner el nombre de la persona.
Sí, como que el content creator que es, sí. Eso es cierto. Uy. Bueno ahí.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, we are super. I mean, War Mode holds a special place in my heart too. From 2017, it's a brand new map that's launching on day 1 as well. It's got the attacker defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted events. It's really exciting to see that be part of our day 1 launch slate as well.
Awesome. So we've got Ground War, we've got Core 6v6, we've got War Mode, and a little something we're going to get to later in the show, a brand new mode coming to multiplayer that will
Con
be
ese
available
sniper está un
at
poquito
launch,
complicado moverse así.
also playable in the beta. Very
That's right.
exciting.
Yep.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's a really so cool.
Sean nos pregunta, bueno, Monster por ahí, saludos a Monster que dice, wow, sin duda lo compraré. Sí, yo creo que mucho, esto es un título que siempre va a estar, ¿verdad? La librería, y más aún cuando tiene esa ¿verdad? Nostalgia. Y Sean nos dice, del 1 al 10, ¿cuán pompeados están?
Estoy emocionado, estoy pompeado. Estoy un 8.
Es un número válido, tiene nostalgia envuelta y ahora es como uno dice, tienes que traer el squad para atrás, ¿verdad? Para vivir otra vez esos momentos, ¿verdad? Y ahora vas a competir con otra generación, que era lo que estábamos hablando al principio, que lo va a hacer bastante interesante.
Tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it, that when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
There we go. Yeah. There it is.
I live here.
Right on. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009, Hardpoint did not exist. Kill Confirm did not exist. So those are brand new modes for these maps that were never experienced.
Well, I'm interested to see how those modes.
Y un detalle bien interesante lo que ellos están mencionando. Hay modos que en estos mapas no habían debutado, como uno de ellos, que es el famoso Kill Confirm, que a mí me fascina. Y eso va a estar bien interesante en estos mapas.
El Monster G pregunta cuál ha sido su mapa favorito. Terminal.
Qué decisión difícil, porque es que ahora mismo el que estábamos viendo, se me olvidó el nombre de ¿verdad? Y me disculpan, es uno de los más que me gusta, pero si me preguntas, tengo Afghan y Terminal. Esos dos para mí eran. Afghan era icónico, tú llegar a esa área del avión y el tiroteo, moverte de un lado para otro, velar la cueva. Y Terminal, pues, ¿qué podemos decir? Zona de guerra 24/7. O 25/8, vamos a ponerle.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but what better way to celebrate that than
¿Qué diablo le está haciendo? Oh my God, he's raising up.
Yeah, he's selling himself.
Está raising up.
He's selling. Hey. Mira.
Mira esto.
Relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to There are some streamers here
Merece Riz,
more
merece Riz.
than Call of Duty's launch, 20 years ago.
Le quedó bien, le quedó bien. Eso para que ustedes vean, no todo el tiempo es juego. That's marketing.
No, tienen que aprovechar el momento en que aparece en
I think
cámara.
really these maps hold up for, old school veterans
¿Cómo
as
ella
well as
hizo
like
eso?
people who are brand new to Call of Duty. If this is your first game playing
Sí, sí, eso fue...
There's never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean,
Ok,
you're
ella
already
mencionó de que
selling
este es,
COD history,
este,
point,
si
what a
este es
better
tu
way to
primer
celebrate
Call of
20
Duty,
years of
este
Call
es el
of Duty
mejor momento
with
para
these
entrar a la 1.
iconic maps returning in an all new way.
Bueno,
We're gonna talk
técnicamente-
Clásico regresando de una nueva manera.
No, dijo mal, es la realidad. Tiene muy buenos mapas que pues muchas personas han hablado desde cuando 2010, 2008, 2009. Y ahora puedes tener ese feeling, ¿verdad?
Importante, este fin de semana, ya, empieza el beta, por lo menos en PlayStation. Early Access, el 8 al 9. Es
El
beta
8 al
abierta en
9.
PlayStation. 12 al 13 es en las demás plataformas.
That's right. It's
Eso así.
gonna be quite exciting
En lo
to see,
que es en lo que es ¿verdad? Por
all the different
supuesto,
platforms, just, like, going
Nice.
live, playing
Ese double
COD,
kill
like,
estuvo feo.
and then again, loading up and then seeing, like, Scrapyard.
el 12 y 13
Still just blows my
Xbox y
mind.
PC y
genuinely
PlayStation,
am so
¿verdad? Lo que es
excited
Early Access,
about this, but,
y
there
14 y
are a lot of
16, ¿verdad?
maps
Open
that,
Platform. Importante,
returning fans like myself
¿verdad? Para las
enjoy,
personas que
but,
se preguntan cómo pueden obtenerlos, pues tienes que ordenar el juego para que
some
puedas
new,
tener acceso al
you know, is
mismo,
there anything
¿verdad?
that we
Desde
should
a
be
partir de
expecting,
mañana si estás en
post-launch
PlayStation,
as far as, like,
que tiene la exclusividad.
definitely. I am very, very excited to tell you
Deberían
folks
de
today
anunciar
that
ya lo que
starting
tiene
season
la
one, we
edición de
have
pre-order
a
o
bunch
de
of new maps
colección.
coming. So season one, we're dropping
Sí.
3, season 2 dropping 3 more new ones. So
Sí,
that
ellos
goes
siempre
as
se
far as
votan,
time.
eso va a
There
estar
will
bien
be 12
interesante
new
porque ellos se
66
votan.
maps coming to Modern Warfare 3.
Awesome.
So, you
Launching
can-
with 16, 12 down the road. That
Te-
is
te-
a big
Oye,
map.
bueno, no era para este, pero
And
¿te
these are
acuerdas
all
de Modern
different
Warfare
sizes of
2
maps,
cuando
different
sacaron
locales, for all
los
different
Night
play
Vision
styles?
goggles?
You might see one or two fan
Yo los
favorites
tengo por
come
ahí
back as
todavía.
well over the course of live season, but we have a bunch of new maps coming that we're really excited
Nosotros
about.
teníamos en la oficina
And those are 6v6.
Yep, 6v6.
las gafas
that players
glow
can
in the
play.
dark.
There are other maps
Y
in there as
funcionaban.
well.
Sí,
Es
eso-
a
Once we
diantre.
get into the live season, but 6v6
Ese
core
feed
maps.
del
Este mapa
Chavo
también era muy
estaba-
bueno.
Brand
And
Sí.
guess what? With all of those maps,
Esta misión maldita sea.
it's back. You know what you can do with them? You can vote. We're going to see it in a lobby soon, but map voting is back, folks.
Nice.
Ok, map
Ok,
voting
cool.
está. Por fin. Hacho, ya era hora que tú puedes votar por el mapa. Eso está duro.
Sí.
Eso es un clásico que tienes que hacer, ¿no? Que tú, si tú quieres repetir el mapa o tienes dos mapas diferentes, pues vota por él.
Oh, nice.
Eso está bueno.
Somebody voted for that. Yeah, that's a good one for snipers.
I like a state.
Las nuevas generaciones van a entrar en este mundo. Les va a gustar este mundo más ahora.
Iván dice, el carrito y los visores fueron los mejores objetos de colección para él.
El carrito, los visores, sí, también era bueno. Monster dice, ¿cuáles eran los killstreaks? No han dicho, yo entiendo que deben ser los mismos, ¿verdad? O cosas parecidas, ¿verdad?
Por eso deben ser similares, porque ahí tenemos 3 de ellos.
Oye, todavía no han enseñado la Nuke, ¿verdad? Que eso también siempre es muy... llama la atención.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites, about what they might want to play, and it's great to get their feedback early on to see how the competitive.
All right, we're looking at Lupo, my guy Lupo.
Lupo,
He
Dr. Lupo.
is
good at sniping.
in his loadout editor. We can get a good look here. He's got the lightweight boots. And Kim, I would love if you would take us through what we're seeing here and how loadout select has changed and what players can expect.
Ahí tienen lo del
Yeah,
loadout.
so what you're seeing
Vamos a ver.
here, so someone is looking at our boots category. This is actually one of our new categories for perks. So we've split up the perks into 3 different categories. We have boots, gloves, and gear. And you're going to see some fan favorites come back. We've remixed some of the perks, and we brought some new ones into the fray. Now, they're all also represented with physical gear items. So everything that you see there has some contextualization for players. So it's not
Okay,
just
Chewy.
a list of things you're selecting from. It's like you're getting these movement boosts because you're bringing in boots, or you're getting this weapon handling bump because you're bringing in gloves. So we really like to
Chewy,
add
these-
that sort of context for players to understand what they're bringing
¿Cómo
in
es?
for perks.
Yeah, it's
Sí,
different,
ok.
it's logical, but you're also
Chewy
gonna see
dice
some of the
que
same perks that we
en
know and
Facebook yo me
love,
veo
so
con la
Call of
Jordan
Duty fans will be
número
familiar
13.
with them.
Créeme, yo pensé lo mismo, porque el hecho de que tú puedas personalizar a tu personaje con las botas, esto abre la puerta más a la personalización trayendo otras marcas. O sea, Under Armour podría estar acá, Adidas, Puma, posiblemente, o hasta otras marcas de botas podrían ser parte de Call of Duty.
Sí, no hay duda de eso. A ver, Choito por ahí, no lo había visto, ahora lo veo, ya me veo con la Jordan 13. El gran Choito.
And those are just going to cancel out your noise when you're moving around. They're going to eliminate footsteps.
Y las Bad Bunny, nega, ¿te las ponen? Si salen ahí, ¿qué tú crees? Ya pongo las de Santurce, esas tan duras.
Hopefully it was only footsteps.
Oh yeah, no, I could. Well, yeah. Well, also, you know, I mean, I can't hear it anymore either. Old age, anyway. No.
Ok, Ross, ¿por qué sale de esa manera? De ese...
But hey, I guess when, you know,
¿Soy
you
yo
talk
o es que...?
about,
Ah, no, ok,
Call of Duty
ya.
haven't been around for so long. It's just,
Mira, Ross.
amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And
Y se
you
fue
guys
con
are
Shotgun de
seeing
una,
these
pa.
things that
Aquí el
happened back
confirm.
then, you know, the way the game was made, and you're taking ways to like improve upon it while also again keeping it very familiar, but also keeping it very fresh. Something that
bravo.
really stuck out to me, Kim,
Es
is
bravo.
you guys bringing back that classic of radar, right? You know, you got your mini map with red dots on there.
Uy.
I love it. I'm glad that came back in.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so
Este mapa era, esto es guerra, estos mapas son guerra, esto es noches intensas de guerra.
It's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We really want to make sure that people know where the firefights are
Y a
happening,
rayos, ahí está.
really
Seguro,
understand, you know,
curete.
and as we mentioned
No lo
earlier
vio.
about
Ay,
just
no viste la
knowing
parte
the
atrás.
maps and being very familiar and nostalgic with those
Ahí,
things. You
ahí.
can see the red dots on the mini-maps and you can understand, I know the map already potentially coming in. I know how I'm going to flank. I know where we're going to go. You can strategize more with your teammates. So, you know, we really just felt that bringing back the classic was absolutely the way to go.
Ya, está en un streak, está streaking. Está streaking.
On these maps, it makes perfect sense, especially with the familiarity. And even for new players, you're going to figure these maps out quickly. But it's it feels.
No te metas por la derecha que te van a matar.
I've really loved seeing it.
Ay, se está arriesgando mucho.
So I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that. And that's not the only
Está caliente, está
piece of classic
caliente.
gameplay that you'll see returning.
Ay, lo que hizo papá, no lo vieron. No sé si era en equipo de él, pero no lo vieron. No. Ah, ahí está. Estaba ahí, pero estaba jugando ese riesgo. Estaba bien. Eso nos acuerda a todos nosotros. Todos nosotros llegó el momento dado en que uno se metía con la shotgun ahí y a repartir cantazos a todo lo que da. A mí me encanta esa línea fuera del mapa para correr y aprovechar.
Trajectory. We know that when you're doing a reload, some of those weapons have really long reloads. It's a real big commitment. So even after doing that, we wanted to make sure that players
Se siente como Call of Duty.
out of that because we know things
Sí.
change moment to moment so quickly in these battles. And it felt right, you know, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think we...
El Monster G dice sobre la bota que es una puerta para futuro, para auspiciadores.
Claro. Eso son estrategias.
Nice, me quedó bueno.
Time to kill, or TTK. Always a hot topic with our players, with our community. It's complex. It has a lot of different moving pieces when we talk about it. Can you give us details on what to expect in terms of time to kill for Modern Warfare 3?
Yes, I can. I can give you the exact
details. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact
Se ve como un DLC.
details. So rather than 100 health, 150 health.
Todavía tiene sus mejoras, ¿verdad? Pero se siente extraño verlo, ¿verdad? En un juego que con este estilo, ¿verdad? Que lo estén hablando de esa manera. O sea, que tú lo analices o sea, que lo... ¿Cómo te explico? Es como un mixed feeling, yo diría.
Sí, eso mismo estábamos hablando hoy en Hablando Gaming. Tenemos a Chris Yael de Starbucks PR y hablando sobre Assassin's Creed Mirage. Y nos contó de que se sentía y no se sentía como DLC.
Okay. Sí, es como yo digo, o es como podemos decir, Ahora los juegos están girando de una manera, ¿verdad? Que vamos a ver una mezcla de distintas cosas, así como hemos visto reboot, ahora vamos a ver, ¿verdad? Unas cosas que van a aparecer, ¿verdad? Ciertas cosas como DLC, pero no es un DLC a la vez. ¿Llegaste a jugar este Assassin's Creed?
Visuals as
Okay.
well, so you're also notice
Loco
that
por
headshot
hacerlo.
hit marker. So that's when that extra damage is going to come into play, and it's normalized across the
Oh,
board. So it
ahora
is a little
entiendo por qué
longer. You can
utilizan la pantalla así.
respond to getting shot. Like as soon as you start to see your screen light up red,
¿Cómo?
you can pull away, you can get into cover,
vertical.
and really take that engagement
Okay.
in the way that you want to take that engagement.
Yeah, I think with those visual identifiers and with the audio cues, kind of taking that step forward a little bit, you certainly feels like you have a bit more time to evade. Definitely,
yeah.
you have more survivability. You have more options with the freedom of movement
Yes, it certainly
to get out of combat. And that includes a new thing that I would like to talk about called tac stance.
Yes, tac stance is a fantastic addition to our movement set as well as what you're doing with tactical gameplay.
Tú sabes que a pesar de que el gameplay, cuando ellos están hablando de ciertas cosas en la misma presentación, deben como que presentar como un video de lo que están hablando o como que un wording.
O bajarle un poquito el audio al juego.
Sí.
Ahí está, te hicieron caso.
It's gonna appear as down on the D-pad for those of
And
you
for any
watching
like
gameplay.
sweats out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into
trailer.
almost like a little bit of a sub, where you can kind of like push corners a little bit more aggressively
Canted.
with it.
It's great for a CQB.
Yeah. So it feels like you're getting the best of both worlds with it, while also still obviously you're not going to get the full benefits of using an SMG.
And so those
World
LMGs,
premiere.
Like, take those longer range weapons. When we talked earlier about derail or some of the larger maps, like you want
Sí,
to
porque World Premiere es lo que lo estamos viendo ahora.
take that in and then going to canted, going to tac stance, inside, indoors.
Mira el detalle.
warehouses is
Ya
a
yo,
fabulous mechanic
eso
to
está
have.
bueno.
We just saw it here.
Ese
We're
tipo de
seeing
mecánica es más fluido.
Yep.
Ya,
It is very good. I'm just having used it myself.
es más fluido.
I can see the application for it, and I think we're going to see some awesome outplay opportunities. Like players are going to go nuts with that feature. I
Yeah.
think.
It's also
Blah, blah.
nice just if you have a specific playstyle. Adam, you mentioned it's really great for close quarters combat, which is personally what I have used it for when I've been playtesting with you guys. But I think it's there if you want it, and if you're not, if you're not into it, don't use it. You know, it's an
Okay.
option. It's again
Ya
that
mencionó
optionality
de
for
que
players.
esta nueva
Choose how they
funcionalidad que
engage with
trajeron,
movement
no me recuerdo el
and all of
nombre,
these new fun
está
tools
ahí
that we're,
si
Tac
quieres
stance.
hacerlo.
showing off in Modern Warfare 3.
And there are option settings for that.
Si no me
tactic
equivoco,
right
era
now, it's
tac
on the
stand.
down D-pad. If you're not a controller masher like I am, I get in there,
That's
I
me.
panic a little
Yeah.
bit. There's
All the
options
buttons.
for you to allow you to put it on your stick, which if you're
Pucha.
not a keyboard and mouse
Oye,
player,
están preguntando por Mario,
you
están
can go
preguntando por
in
Mario,
and
que
it
dónde
is
está
much
Mario.
more like it is
No,
a
tuvo
skill at that point, being able to
haciendo
utilize
algo
that in
personal,
those
así que
close quarters
no
combat.
está
Right.
presente.
Adam, I see you studying gameplay and
Pero va a estar
testing.
próximamente con
We're on Rust
nosotros
I love
dándole...
me some Rust.
Oye, yo quiero ver a Mario jugando Call of Duty.
The options any player can use.
Eso debe ser una
Simplemente,
experiencia
pero
bien
no-
interesante.
pero no es fan de esto.
With an AR, there's snipers up at the top of
Nice.
the tower. There's, you know, on a map like this, that's
A lot of variety.
that's really like fast gameplay. You can still see it's viable for all different play styles, which is really exciting.
Yeah, there really is nothing better than grabbing a shot.
Oh,
and
buen movimiento
just
ahí.
around the map and
I mean, he's got.
Hmm,
he
si le
just has
salía
everybody
eso.
out. He's going ham with it. So
Going in.
you got all different. You got all different options here. We're probably going to see a lot of that on Rust today.
Taking a hard point right now.
Well, this has been really fun to check out, and we have plenty more to watch, without a doubt, here. But we're going to take a quick break from the gameplay for a brief second. We actually wanted to mention an awesome partnership between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. Now, you're
The
taking a look
Hundreds.
here. We should be seeing in a moment
mercancía.
a limited edition Call of Duty Hundreds clothing line, and you have a chance to win one of these 50 sets. So simple. All you got to do is follow at Call of Duty on X or Twitter, and make sure you tweet or post hashtag COD Next and hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set from this awesome lineup. And let's just go ahead and jump right back to the gameplay. And Greg, you know, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who has been playing Modern Warfare 2, right, you know, we now know like their inventory. That's going to be making its way over to this game.
Iván dice, no han anunciado los modos, no necesariamente, no del todo.
Han
Ellos están
estado
hablando de ciertas tácticas.
hablando, pero es que
Exactly, and,
te voy a-
and it is
te voy a
all
ser
about
sincero.
honoring the player investment for
El
us. Like,
gameplay
this
está
is-
un
we
poquito
call it
alto.
carry forward. We talked a little bit about
Sí.
it before. We had some blog posts about it, but with carry forward, all of your investment into Modern Warfare 2 is coming over into Modern Warfare 3. So any weapon that you unlocked is available for you day one in Modern Warfare 3, so you can go ahead and use that. Any operator that you've purchased or that you've unlocked as well. So if you got that spawn operator from Season 6.
The Season 6 Battle Pass is coming with us.
Okay, oh, eso está cool.
Fantastic to have. Even all those blueprints and everything coming in. With your weapon level as well is available. All of your attachments, your camos.
Ok, lo que a ellos acabaron de mencionar que el juego empieza con la todo lo que tú hayas desbloqueado pasa de Modern Warfare 2 al 3.
Sí.
Incluyendo
eso es un feature que ellos...
pase de temporada.
Eso era un feature que creo que, de hecho, eso es algo que ellos estaban hablando, pero ahora lo están enfatizando y eso es muy bueno, ¿verdad? Porque muchas veces cuando compraban las cosas, pues se quedaban en el otro juego. Y yo creo que es la primera vez que tú puedes pasar las cosas, ¿verdad? Qué triste que se tardaron tanto, pero por fin, ¿verdad? Pues ya se tiene el acceso, ¿verdad? Ya ahora pues tienes la oportunidad de tener esos skins. Que de hecho el de Messi estaba duro. No sé si lo ya está bien.
What other new weapons might we, be treated to, I guess, moving forward here?
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare 3. We have over 30 new weapons that you can experience, level, get new attachments for them. We have new global attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And then we have 20 plus operators that are there for you to unlock and be able to use and experience.
If you don't mind me asking, how it must have been a fun challenge to take those weapons from MW2 and then bring them over to MW3 and like really try.
Oh yeah, it's been a fun challenge.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been great, and being able to have all of those weapons and being able to have your arsenal come with you is an amazing experience.
I felt like it was important to you guys to have that.
It is. It's very important for us to honor our players and be able to, take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun and not set you back.
Sí, es verdad lo que tú dices. Yo estoy concentrándome en lo que están diciendo, pero el gameplay se escucha bastante duro. Yo creo que ellos debieran haber puesto el Call of Duty Next en la parte de arriba de la cámara de la cámara grande, ¿verdad? Del ángulo grande y dejar la cámara donde ellos están hablando encima para...
Yeah, they're going to have the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they're not going to be one-to-one. You can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been able to put in detailed weapon stats for us, and you're going to be able to go in and look at all of those intricacies, check out what their headshot multipliers are, check out what their,
Eso está bueno.
all of that stuff in there.
Es nuevo, ¿verdad?
Ellos están... Sí, eso es nuevo. Eso yo no lo había escuchado. O sea, que tú puedas conseguir un arma y te pueda decir... El que no, este mapa, si no me equivoco, déjame mirar. Espérate. Entiendo que no, pero déjame ver si es verdad. Porque ese es el que ellos enseñaron en el trailer. Se me olvidó el nombre, pero se supone que no.
Although I do love
momento, voy a buscarme algo de comer.
The Barbs are thrilled. Kim, we are seeing some epic looking skins and weapons on our creators here today. In fact, right now.
Familia, saludos a todos los que se están conectando y a todos los que han estado comentando. Seguimos viendo lo que es el Call of Duty Next, ¿verdad? Y una de las cosas que se ha estado hablando, bien importante, ¿verdad? Se han estado hablando de varias cosas, han mostrado los mapas, entre ellos, ¿verdad? Los datos son 16 mapas OG. ¿Verdad? Que por supuesto el mapa, ¿verdad? Este juego, ¿verdad? De Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 va a estar ¿verdad? Trayendo o incluyendo dentro del mismo. Se escucha bien clarito. En adición, cuatro mapas grandes, para lo que es el Ground War. Y ahora lo que es el Slay Cancel, pues regresa, ¿verdad? Importante, ¿verdad? Señalar eso. Monster dice por ahí en los comentarios, así uno se motiva a poder invertir. Sí, definitivamente. Yo creo que no se pierde, ¿verdad? Esa inversión que es sumamente importante, ¿verdad? Sumamente importante, ¿verdad? Esa inversión. Porque después nosotros venimos a hacer la inversión, que era lo que pasaba antes, y veníamos y salíamos perdiendo hasta cierto punto, ¿verdad? Porque después se quedaba en el título pasado.
So those will be awesome. People will be popping off having having these awesome effects go around the map as well. And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which that, if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating to kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
Yeah, it is. And here we're seeing a little bit of it where
Esto es algo
this is our
diferente.
LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits that allow these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
Esto es nuevo.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No secondary.
No secondary. So what you,
Esto va a estar bien interesante porque ahora los creadores de contenido van a inventar aún más con las armas. Me gusta porque le están profundizando más en las áreas que la gente le gusta, ¿verdad? Todo lo que son las armas, todo lo que son esas cosas.
So we have 2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe, but how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond? You want to talk a little bit about those challenges?
Yeah, so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So at launch they're actually we have a new system called weekly challenges. It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
Con Transformers.
It was like bi-weekly for a moment.
¿Por qué, Iván? Cuéntame.
Thankfully, it is every week. And then
Lo de la
the reward
pistola
for
esa.
getting all of those challenges for that week is
Bueno,
the
no
aftermarket. So
tanto,
the first 3
no está
weeks that
mal.
the game is
Que tú
out,
puedes
we have an
hacer las
aftermarket part reward
customizaciones,
for
eso lo hemos
those,
visto.
completing
No
those
en otros
challenges,
juegos
putting
así,
that
pero
aftermarket part into
hemos
the
visto
game,
cómo la gente
and
customiza las armas. So,
I
that's
think
good.
too,
Y eso
again,
le ayuda a los
this
creadores, en
one in
verdad,
Modern Warfare
a poder
3
trabajar
is-
más en cuestiones
is their
de
choice,
las
it's their
armas
freedom, it's
específicas, etcétera.
un-
Así
you
que
know, this new
para
way to
desbloquear
customize the
lo que nosotros
experience,
vimos,
let the player kind of choose the way to
eso es a través de
have
retos
their own
dentro de Call of
playstyle
Duty.
reflected in those guns,
Te
using
escuchaste un
amps,
momento un poquito
it's
raro, pero me
exciting.
dijiste, repíteme otra vez.
No, que esa se desbloquea vía retos. Retos
It's
semanales.
more of a look and,
Okay.
and enjoy
Okay.
you know, the game as players continue to run around and get into some more shenanigans, playing some domination here as well on a state. I've done that many times. So, you know, this is, again, it still just baffles my mind that I'm looking at, you know, these maps in 2023, and I'm just excited to play them. Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then as I am now, you know? Like, that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that, you know, players can interact with the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it like a physical thing. Was that like a desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I guess the design choice on
¿Qué
rather than just
escenario,
throwing
verdad?
pictures on a screen? You guys went for something quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really
Espera
was
los
a big
memes,
part of the
dice
context
por ahí,
of the
Iván.
players, you know, it's not just a UI menu with choices, you know, that were
Yeah.
sort of ambiguous. It was a little bit.
Oh, wow.
We wanted to make sure that you brought in your fighting load carrier, right? Your
Yeah.
FLC was what we talked about. You know, internally is this thing where every piece of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout selection.
Yeah.
So perks was a big part of
Eso es
that,
un
you know,
mundo.
we got
Tú
to
sabes
Yeah.
cuánto tú
get
tienes
your
que estar
items
sacando de ahí
inspired by real world
de
military
internet para tú poder
Yeah.
proveer
items
todo
and
eso. Eso es un
No,
montaje
ponen eso por
que...
LAN.
figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we
Sí,
wanna
por
make,
LAN,
and-
pero con
and
todo y
I think
eso.
we came up with a really good
No,
and
yo lo que estoy pensando
interesting,
es el
field of
calor.
choices in our perks
Pues si está
system.
Sí.
ocurriendo esto en
So I don't know if you
computadora,
guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We
El
actually
calor,
have a
exacto. Más las luces que
two-story
tienes, todo.
streaming tower. I'm gonna call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
It's absolutely wild in here, and
Eso está
everyone
brutal.
is very
O sea, que me
focused
gusta.
on their
Yeah.
gameplay. It all of a sudden, oh hey, that's us. Oh hey, hey guys, GG's.
hello.
So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3, filled with awesome creators from all over the world, and as Ted Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're gonna hear Ted talk about vibes.
I do want to point out that screen you're looking at there, that, you know, the logo, the Modern Warfare, that's a screen. Like, and behind there are all the players that are behind
Dice Noel,
that screen.
Warzone y Zombie, ¿para cuándo? Que tengo que volver al trabajo que estoy de break. Estamos viendo, ¿verdad? Toda una conferencia que siempre dura, ¿verdad? Pero obviamente están hablando de las innovaciones de multiplayer.
Estoy loco de que hablen de otras cosas. Pues tienen que hablar de...
Sí, también.
de Warzone.
It is. It's
Sí.
so fun to play it. Like, every day I come into the office and I boot up the game, get into a match as quickly as possible.
Yo también quiero ver lo de zombies también, ¿verdad? Ellos ahora los del mapa más grande de la historia de zombies.
Tienen que hablar de los zombies, porque es de modo de mundo abierto.
And that movement just looks so hot going through it. Like being able to mantle, we have sprint when you're tack sprinting. We actually increase the mantle speed so it feels more fluid as you're going across.
Porque le aumentaron la velocidad.
Regenerating your tack sprint as you're sprinting as well.
O sea, cuando te trepa.
Sí, sí. El juego, o sea, el juego ahora mismo va a ser una mecánica mucho más rápida.
Sí, no, automáticamente se ve más rápido el juego.
Fíjate, Brian, ese tema es bien interesante porque yo personalmente, cuando tú analizas el multiplayer, el Warzone sí es más popular, ¿verdad? Porque Warzone se transformó en un tipo de modo que es el más popular de Call of Duty ahora mismo. Pero yo creo que el multiplayer sigue siendo importante, ¿verdad? El multiplayer para mí yo creo que es la base del juego, ¿verdad? O sea, es low G, que no se tiene que hablar tal vez tanto, ¿verdad? Pues, pero ya están explicando las distintas mecánicas y eso. Pero sí, Warzone.
Las mecánicas no se están entendiendo por el
sí.
juego. Los jugadores pro saben de cómo suenan las pistolas y eso.
Exacto.
So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time and really have that advantage.
Awesome. And if there are 4 vests to choose from at the moment, I believe.
Correct. In beta, there are 4, yeah.
So in beta, there are 4. Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vest, engineer vest. Seen a lot of people running infantry vests today. In fact, right here at the moment.
Sí, en verdad, y eso que dice Iván, está bien interesante, porque como él lo pone en perspectiva de Call of Duty es un buffet de game modes. No me hables de buffet, Iván, que no he comido nada. Yo tengo hambre, yo me senté en esta silla y yo literalmente no he comido nada.
Luego yo tuve que buscar algo para comer. Yo tuve que buscar algo de comer porque estaba... Hicimos hablando gaming temprano, y por ende como que...
Sí, que todo fue una cosa tras de la otra. Y yo creo en eso, lo del multiplayer, yo creo que realmente a mí siempre me fascina eso. Yo creo que eso nunca debe morir, ¿verdad? Porque no todo el mundo le gusta Warzone. A mí me gusta, pero es como que yo no tengo el tiempo de estar todo el tiempo metido, ¿verdad? Porque tengo otros títulos que también cubro. Pero ya el multiplayer es diferente. A verlo por acá, que no estoy viendo allá. Por aquí. Vamos a poner.
Dice Noel Reyes, me pregunto si Zombie va a ser como Transi o un mapa como Warzone. Eso, actually, yo quiero saberlo, porque si dijeron que va a ser un mapa abierto, pues quiero ver exactamente cómo va a ser la mecánica de juego de los zombies.
Exacto. Sí, sí. Brian hizo una muy buena pregunta. ¿Qué esperamos del nuevo Warzone? Mira, ¿tú quieres entrar primero en esa?
¿Qué esperamos del nuevo Warzone? Que sea entretenido. No, embuste. Realmente referencia a Modern Warfare 3. Mezclas del 3 y del 2.
En Warzone eso sería un palo. En Warzone eso sería un palo de verdad. No, él dice, me pregunto si Zombie va a ser como un mapa, como un Transit o un mapa de como Warzone. Este mapa a mí me encantaba también. Era como que bien Loki, pero me gustaba.
Están hablando de los Killzone. Digo, Killstreak.
And wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
You want a 4-piece?
Yeah.
Equip the breacher drone.
Yeah, that's your option. It'll explode on impact. The counter to that one, though, it's slow moving enough. You can shoot it down if you see it, the sky coming at you.
There you go.
So in addition to that, we have a mosquito drone, which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will, in fact, say that my experience with the
mosquito drone.
As annoying as a real mosquito. they plague me in matches when I've play tested, and so yeah. I'm
Yeah,
Get those headphones on. Turn 'em up.
Parece que el mosquito ese va a ser un...
ACS, which
va a
is
ser bien
affectionately
interesante.
called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically this box that you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down an ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that was patrolling. So I just like hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my ACS out, and then the mosquito drone got it, and I didn't have to do anything. I was just like, that's right, it's all my equipment doing
You're
the
like, I have
work for me.
crafted the master
Ok, ese
plan
perk,
to
no sé qué
capture
pensar de
this
ese perk.
point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And
We
then
got
you
No
went
sé qué
on to
pensar de ese perk.
drop a nuke and have a big
Puede ser
game.
un exploit.
Yeah,
not that good yet, but
Okay, all right.
he drops 100 and shipment, guys. Don't believe it.
no, it was an awesome moment. So yeah, we just have a bunch of fun stuff coming in terms of lethals, tacticals, field equipment, streaks.
Capture the
We
flag,
have the Guardian that gets a lot
rayos.
of love. It's basically,
Rayos,
this thing that you
capture
put
the
down that's an
flag.
area of
No, él
denial.
puso, yo me acuerdo de capture the flag. Eso
You know,
era,
it really limits
eso era un
enemies
gran
from
modo,
doing
mano. No
what
sé por qué
they
dejaron
do.
morir.
The beam that it shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players. For those of you who are going to stay tuned
Un
for
Bird Dance
Warzone later, which is hopefully
2.0.
all of you, I think we're going to
Nice.
see a lot of the Guardian in Battle Royale later. But it is that
Ok,
aerial
confirmado
denial,
que
not
vamos a ver
necessarily
más
getting
sobre el
you
Battle
locations, but
Royale.
eliminating the
Awesome.
players who are affected
Right.
by the Guardian.
It's almost like a stun grenade, kinda,
Yeah.
you know. And we have
Y
something
también
called
yo vi
the
una
Bomb
carta
Scrambler that
sobre
you throw down.
el...
It's basically
¿Cómo era que se llamaba el
just-
otro
it
modo?
creates, like, the ghost burn in a certain area.
Creo
So,
que era...
you know, it wipes out
Había,
enemy
además de
communications,
Warzone, había
so
otro modo
enemy UAVs
que se
won't
estaba
work.
corriendo.
You know, like, everybody will show up
DMR,
in
algo así
a
era,
certain
no me
area,
acuerdo.
but the counter to that is, like, everyone can
Que
see
ese
out.
modo
area.
no lo van,
Yeah,
lo van a
so
seguir
you'll get
trabajando, ellos lo
ghosts, I
dijeron.
believe you said, if
El
you're
Monster G dice
inside
mayormente ahora se usa el
the
multiplayer
vicinity
para
of
subir
the
el
box
arma
area where you
para
can
usarla
see where
en
it's
Warzone.
active on the map.
Pero de igual
So
manera
expect-
es un palo traer los
expect
mapas de
to
vuelta.
be,
Yeah,
to
as
be
soon as
rushed.
you
Claro.
throw it down, everybody knows where it is. They just kind of, you're hidden in that bubble for a little while.
Which could be very useful indoors. I think that's
Oh, yeah.
a very cool tool to have. So, but before we wrap up the convo here on Core 6v6, I wanted to ask you
DMC,
about
DMC ese mismo,
ranked
DMC,
play.
que caballo.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Let's
Greg, what can you tell us, and can you give us any little details on when we can expect to see ranked multiplayer? in
We
Modern
can.
Warfare
So
3?
our friends at Treyarch are on the case again with ranked play. They do a fantastic job with it. We love partnering with them on it. And they're going to bring that experience, update it, modernize it from Modern Warfare 2, bring that forward, and then for season 1.5, which is mid-season one.
Sometime during season one.
We will
yeah.
have it out,
Later in season one.
and that's when it's going to launch. Because if we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game. And you can find out more from Treyarch as we go through development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more
Alright,
about
pensé
it.
que
But
iba a estar
excited to say
disponible
that
en Day
later
One.
in season one, we will have
Sí, yo también.
a ranked play coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3.
Él lo decoró un
But
poquito,
that
porque él dijo que
wraps
estaba
up
esperando,
our
¿verdad?
Core
Que los
6v6
Sí, que
jugadores
ellos
se
le cojan el
acoplaran.
truco,
we're
Pues.
going to see the
exacto.
folks behind us switch over. We've
Sí,
got an exciting
lo decoró
mode
bien, lo
to
decoró
talk
bien.
about that we're going to get to here in a second. It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into there. But first, we have a quick special announcement for all of our PlayStation players out there, like me. Take a look.
Ok, nos fuimos. ¿Y
They
esto?
speak of me. They want to lock your doors. Say mignon.
Como que el primer personaje oficial, como que el operador. Last pick.
I've never found a lock. I couldn't break.
Ok.
Tirando, aprovechando PlayStation Exclusive.
Announcing the PlayStation exclusive lockpick operator pack, including the Van Gogh.
¿Soy yo o el audio se fue del...?
American Gothic blueprint and the Starry Knife melee weapon blueprint. Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the lockpick operator by pre-ordering Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests.
Sí, es que yo lo escucho como...
It is how it
Aquí
is.
se escucha como en 3, pero creo que en el stream se escucha bien.
I was like, Thomas
Sí, en el
Crown
stream se
is
escucha
there.
bien.
Hello, it's me. But we're about to head into live gameplay
En el stream
action
se
for
escucha
a
bien. Fue acá.
brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX.
Ok,
the official peripheral
vamos
partner
a ponernos
of
un
Call of
leve
Duty.
break
We're
para
all
hacer un recap. ¿Qué te ha parecido lo que han mostrado hasta ahora?
Mira, yo creo que le han dado énfasis mucho al multiplayer. Yo creo que el juego, ¿verdad? Lo que ha estado demostrando es la diferencia, ¿verdad? Esencialmente de lo que es Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, ¿verdad? Obviamente enseñaron los mapas OG, enseñaron lo que es los mapas para Ground War. Pero me gusta lo que estoy viendo en cuestiones de que hemos visto nuevas mecánicas, están buscando, ¿verdad? No solamente agregarle al multiplayer, pero también nosotros vimos algo bien interesante y es el hecho de que ahora durante las customizaciones en las armas podremos ver, ¿verdad? Más detalles, ¿verdad? Cuánto por ciento le dan de headshot específicamente con la parte del cuerpo. Y yo creo que sí, no modo. Vamos por acá, espérate. Vamos por acá. Que yo apagué el audio aquí.
It is hard to say after a while. It's all
Vamos
about
por acá.
elimination. So you're there. As long as your squad can take out the other two squads, that's how you're going to win.
Están mostrando los loadouts, ok, ahora es cutthroat.
You were actually it is a very competitive mode. The thing that we like about it is it plays on all of our fantastic 16 launch maps.
Sí, el audio acá, pero es acá adentro. Boston.
TDM, you're spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're 3 different teams, you now have 3
Sí, pero ya se arregló. Ahora sí, perfecto.
Somewhere in there, geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah.
Ahora sí.
And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive, and it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can regen your down teammates, though. If you see
so you got the revives.
Get down, yeah, you can go over there and revive them. That's a fun little way to, come back after.
What led you guys to want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was gunfight in a lot of ways.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is gunfight.
Really
and it's played on separate maps. It's played on different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able to really focus on the 16 maps that we had at launch and be able to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there, and really bring something new to the table, too.
Eso está bueno.
Players can go out and have fun and enjoy a new experience with their squad.
Yeah, and you can take your loadout this time. So,
yes, that's what I was going to say. Unlike Gunfight, we're not providing the squads with weapons. You can actually bring your blueprints and your loadout with you.
Yep.
That's
and
cool.
it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty mode.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway. We see Dr. Lupo here. He is on Cutthroat, and of course the objective, the capture point at the end is
already there. Yep.
The overtime mechanic.
Oh, he's down.
But you can't get downed, but and picked up by your teammates. Now, what happens
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's it. You got to wait for the next round.
Yeah, you got to wait.
No
the rounds are quick.
Yeah.
They go really, really fast.
Me gusta que
Because
están variando con los modos. Eso me gusta.
With, dead air, essentially.
Están agregando más sazón.
In that
Dímelo, Kelvin Galaxy, alias Boar, que es lo que hay.
Can go and capture that flag. Whoever, well, they got eliminated, but whoever gets that flag first, just like Gunfight, is going to do it.
Okay.
Between rounds, though, we rotate where that flag is because, again, geometry, that triangle.
Okay,
We can put it in the center every time, but it gets a little difficult.
Yeah. Gives players an
Eso va a estar bien
opportunity to run and,
interesante.
interact with more of the
Eso va a
map.
estar bien interesante.
Exactly.
3 versus 3 versus 3.
Again, you're experiencing these maps in brand new ways. It is a lot of fun to have in there.
That guy's got really cool hair.
I was gonna say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like if anything, awesome. It looks a lot like the Operator Oz in Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Back into Cutthroat again. I'm very interested in these smaller game modes because I think it just creates opportunities.
Estamos viendo ese modo, ¿verdad? Seguimos viendo lo que es Cutthroat, que es el 3v3v3.
And you get to, you get situations like this where you're trying to figure out like how to use your, you could pop smoke here, and really just understand because there's
El juego se escucha raro.
around like when is this flag gonna pop?
Yeah.
When do I want to go?
Sí.
And when does I want to have my team rush in?
Is that what you do? You
I
would
believe
throw
that's it.
smoke? You'd throw smoke right here, Greg?
No, there's no reason to throw smoke right here because you gotta wait for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the
Sorry.
breacher drone. Breacher drone. Yeah.
You might want the.
Okay. I love this guy's strat. It's a good strat.
Yeah, we have the EMD grenade, which would be great in this situation because you just throw it out, pop it, and then if you get another player on the team, that they're going to show up constantly on your mini-map for your entire team.
So it's to me, EMD grenade, a little bit like a snapshot, but it actually is going to stick to the enemy player.
It does.
That player will then get a prompt. You might be able to tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you just pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map and like have way more visibility on the enemy squad there. EMD very, very clutch.
Be very overpowered if you hit them.
Yeah.
La cámara de Lupo.
The thing I haven't seen actually was the thermo barrack grenade.
Sí, deberían variar un poquito, ¿verdad?
Because it's kind of like a
Sí, no, quiero ver exactamente.
Molotov.
Quiero ver exactamente el juego.
So it's just like does a big boom,
Como
and
que
then
el
also has
user
area
interface de este
denial as
modo.
well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it
Wow.
bounces, so it will not detonate on impact. So you can throw it around corners, you can throw it under cars.
Get that frag effect.
Yeah, and it adds a little bit of additional damage to
Nice.
explosives after the fact. So even if you survive the initial blast,
Eso
of that
fue un
one,
tiro bien
you
nice,
get taken out pretty easily
definitivo.
afterwards.
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
Chica.
I've gotten
What's
Eliminaron a
your
chica.
favorite?
¡Ah,
We're
diablo!
playing today?
Yeah.
¿Tuviste
I have to go
eso?
with Favela.
Mm.
I just,
Había-
I know there are a bunch of
Había un
guys-
clase
Uno,
corillo ahí.
dos, tres.
Yeah.
I too have a favela stand.
But
so don't worry.
I mean, just look at it. This is beautiful.
Greg,
Le
you're the
dieron
tiebreaker here.
un pillaje ahí
Super
que
high rise.
metía miedo.
Un poquito más y reportan por bullying. Ok,
Yeah,
esto era lo que
favorite
quería ver.
children here.
Nice.
Favela is quite awesome with all of the movement, with everything that's happening.
That's right.
And
Take the
high
high
rise is also
Oh, come
great.
on, Greg. You know, at some point.
They're all unique in their own way.
You know what? I'm
Esto
switching my
está
vote to
cool.
a state just to.
Oh, okay.
Sí.
No, you're gonna be alone.
Look at that. You split the vote. How could you?
Este modo vaya mucho la atención.
I think I love Favela
Mucho la
because remember
atención.
that play I was talking about doing with like the capture bot and the mosquito drone that was on Favela.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the little second floor store that I believe you guys have opened a window up that wasn't necessarily there before, so you can kind of see down the hill.
Yeah, you know, and I am
Shouldn't
trash.
be any new windows.
Well, no. I'm sorry, I might have misspoken. I
Yo
thought
estoy mirando el
just-
gameplay y yo digo, espérate, ya está moviéndose de lado a lado, pero no está, no está mirando la ventana.
There you go.
Es que uno mira favela y eso es, you just wanna jump in. Tú ves favela y tú quieres meterte en el juego de una.
How large our doors are. We
Yeah.
actually have the doors in here. I know not
La pregunta del
everybody's
día,
thrilled
¿qué hablo
with
tú
it, but
estás
it is
jugando
a
con
fun
nuestros
mechanic.
sentimientos
Yeah,
literalmente?
it adds a lot, especially within Cutthroat, because now you're peeking those. You're able to use them.
¿Qué
for
tú
your
crees,
advantage
Nega?
in there. We feel that they add a lot to the gameplay.
And I bring the window up only because, to your point earlier, it's those small touches that you
Yes.
guys have really brought to these maps that make them feel.
Kelvin
unique
dice, a
and
mí solo me
different,
gusta jugar la campaña.
for the type of
Ok.
gameplay we're gonna see here in Modern Warfare 3.
Sí, no, es como todo, mano. Hay personas que le encantan las campañas de rol y no juegan multiplayer. Yo he visto eso. So, el juego, eso es lo interesante del gaming. Tú haces, ¿verdad? Tú haces lo que, como tú guste, ¿verdad? Las cosas.
That's cool.
Quiero ver los zombies.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3.
Ground
Again,
War
this is our big
regresa.
32v32 mode. It's the biggest battle that we have in the multiplayer experience.
¿Qué regresa?
And we will
Ground
be
War.
showcasing 3 new Ground War maps at launch, with 2 of them
Va a
being
haber tres
playable
nuevos
in the
mapas
open
en su
beta.
lanzamiento.
Okay.
I believe that's the Levin Resort that we just saw there.
¿Cómo fue?
Yeah, but so in the beta we have Popov Power and Orlov.
¿Eso último que dijiste?
Orlov Military
Yeah, but
Base.
these are
Okay.
the three. Yeah, you
These
gotta
are
No, que van a haber
Yeah.
tres nuevos mapas.
Yeah, we also have a few new
sí,
vehicles.
tres nuevos
So
mapas.
during the open beta, you'll be able to play, I believe, 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3, with more to come at launch and during live seasons.
Right.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome, and it is the attack defend mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are tasked with
Nuevo modo
one, trying to
de
take down
World at War
the
2
enemy
van a ponerlo.
military base. They're launching ICBMs, and you are getting your tank out there, escorting your tank through a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it. If not, to have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good ICBM fun.
Yeah, there was. It was trying to come out, it just didn't happen.
I saw what you were doing there. Yeah. And also, there was a really cool tank on screen. It was just causing utter mayhem, so that's what we're here about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines of sight, clear battle lines. That's the gameplay.
66 by 5.
It is 66. Yeah, so it is classic war mode. If we all remember what classic war mode is. It is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them, and it is a fantastic experience that we're excited for players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
Ain't that the truth? But very, there's just so many options, which is the thing that really sticks to me. Like you don't want to jump in with your friends and just play regular matchmaking. You do war mode, you do round war. Was that
Estoy mirando algo que me enviaron. Aparentemente lo que va a ser el nuevo mapa de Warzone. Y está bien interesante.
Some of the new maps coming in live season. We have a bunch of new modes planned for live season as well that we're sharing very soon.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to share Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the NW3 multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam Gregory.
Ok, no me asuste, Golden.
We're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple of streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. When I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy Legion.
Hey, I'm really proud of the other ball guys today. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What have you loved the most so far about just getting in, diving in MW3?
Brother, all the fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new tags, the new lethals, bro. I'm just out here doing anything to just make everybody angry. It's just angry as possible. I'm assuming.
Okay, so
was it a bit of a surprise at first, like when you got in, like how much fun you were having? Like, does it kind of defy expectations?
Listen, I was 16 when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So all these maps that we were playing in Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro, it's just like you picked it right back up again, and I'm body. I don't know, it's so fun.
You're a talented and very handsome guy. Now let's talk about the chair. This is the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We were a little bit worried about what this is going to be able to handle. It's gonna be sit on your lap, but this is the hot seat, dude. You like yourself some pizza.
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity. I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like you and I together in this hot seat together, it's just too much hotness. This is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue lights shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's get this over to Shift Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
The one and only Shotzi. I got to start with the
Ahora
fun
están
question
preguntando a
first.
gente.
I mean, just
Esta
enjoyment
parte es como
level.
que
How are
bien
you enjoying the
entretenido.
game to this point?
This game's amazing, man. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. I love the movement. Everything about it's got like.
All right, you set me up for like the perfect segue. Have you found ways to finesse the movement system yet? Because I know going into the beta, that's probably your main goal, is to find ways to just completely over-embellish the movement system. How are you feeling so far about how this game moves?
It moves smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
Not broken anything, but I will say that there's like these sneakers that allow you to like slide any ADS, and I feel like that's meta right now.
Gracias.
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that, because that's going to be all the hacks and clues for that. Now, getting into the competitiveness.
Estoy muteado aquí un momento, pero Iván, te ganaste ese efecto
Movement is going to be
también.
one of the main focus points for those trying to take their game to the more competitive level, or where do you think that the competitive skill gap is going to be for this game?
So yeah, definitely movement. I feel like slide canceling obviously is going to be, you know, very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's definitely interesting.
Aparentemente el audio de nosotros se escucha un poco
No,
raro.
dice el audio del show está laggy. Eso era porque tenía.
Estuvo raro eso, ¿verdad?
To give us our first
escucha
look
mal
at
ahora.
game footage
Ok,
and
no hay
details
ni idea.
for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Ya mismo va, ya mismo van
De
los zombies.
Warzone, digo, de Warzone y de los zombies.
Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3.
Por favor.
GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And El Gato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Rafael nos está pegando un bello. Nos está engañando. Están activos. Ahora aparentemente nos van a dar información de zombies.
This is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work on.
Yeah, este es zombies. Ahora el de zombies.
Like Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie, first impressions, lay it on, Miguel.
Oh gosh, I mean, how cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia, the new kind of newness from the game as well. It's refreshing all in one. I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you want to do, what type of player you want to be in game. I mean, it starts with movement, and then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there as well. And I'm just so excited to see what type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially our two MP experts over here, Nameless Ali. I mean, you guys not only talk about multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day in, day out.
Me gusta el prop de la mesa. El prop de la mesa está chulo.
Nameless, what are you making of it so far?
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I've been playing Call of Duty since way back in the day, 06 back to COD 2, and for me, what this feels like is you're getting the classic maps, you're getting the best things that we all fell in love with Call of Duty about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing. We played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing, Allie.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High Rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So, I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the desk touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts now on our perks. So, what vest I'm wearing, I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone, a lot of fun, way too much fun.
Me gusta lo que están mencionando de cómo parece que la manera en que ellos trabajaron los zombies, cómo se dedicaron a hacerlo. Además de ser el más grande, ¿verdad? El evento más grande o el mapa más grande, aparentemente las mecánicas se van a sentir mucho mejor.
I fired away, I shot down my own Breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again, meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing in this loadout? How do I want to play? Am I stationary? I might have the strafe speed shoes on, get my shoulders working. And we heard Shotsy talk about the tack stance and how he's sliding around the map. And this is something we cannot stress this enough, friends. You're going to be schmoovin' in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well, as the fact that you can turn a pistol basically into an SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself with guns and get it to the way that you want it. I mean, running basically a secondary SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We heard them talk about it too, with like the aftermarket weapon attachments as well, with the weekly challenges. So there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the Renetti; it's already insane. I saw a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG,
Está hablando del multijugador, de la experiencia de cómo se
It's going to be
sienten
absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to
Sí.
ask you, what are
El
you
juego.
most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just gotta order some new controllers to get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. Honestly, that's that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing, like Shotzi was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, and like my bad. But yeah, like I was watching my dad play, but like I don't like those were core memories for me, but I never really got to load in. And so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like have the nostalgia of, oh, I kind of recognize this, like I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet. And like, so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Ali's point, like think about running around favela and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are gonna get into this game and figure out. It's gonna play a bit different than obviously back in day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it
incredible.
feels really good. It's very, very smooth. Good point. Sliding shoes on.
JVS
I'm hitting
dice,
tack
cállate
stance faster than
y
ever.
enséñame
I'm sliding
Warzone.
full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you
Sí,
ever
yo
imagined
estoy
hitting a
aquí
fully
escuchando lo que
zoomed
están
in
diciendo,
snipe
pero
while
ya ellos
sliding
están
in what
abundando,
MW3
están
is the game
redundando
for
la
you.
redundación
Loco, ellos le
de
están dando la
del
vuelta
smooth.
como que está cool de que cuentes tu experiencia, pero hay tantas cosas que como persona quiero conocer.
Sí, sí, exacto.
Porque tienes la pistola ahí de los zombies. Yo quiero saber exactamente qué me va a mostrar de los zombies, en qué consiste el mundo abierto de los zombies. Como que, ¿qué es esto?
It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options here. So much fun.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk. It's the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any Call of Duty game, balance is key, especially when you're going up against players who do have a choice of what they want to run, especially with perks. But being able to have that potential to take something away, if you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps, you're running ghosts, you're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be, but something also is taken away from you. So that balance is so, so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini map. My footsteps were silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestone. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players will receive daily login rewards.
Loco, mira ese loading screen, qué bello.
For every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total, you'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school
loading screen, 2009 feel, daily login rewards.
El loading screen viejo de Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless.
Right.
Your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, man?
I mean, yeah, first of all, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best like old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023 and we got everything, and you can still screen watch. It's right there, they're right next to each other.
Next level.
We might be some players doing that here.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has to be with zombies. When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox just sitting there playing zombies on town survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a core memory for me.
I love to hear that. We're going to be sharing lots more stories on these couches, I am sure, as we get through the rest of today. But we also wanted to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off
Nuevamente
tomorrow
el
for
beta,
PlayStation players,
el
and next
Early
week
Access
for
comienza
Xbox
mañana.
and PC players.
Y el beta abierto empieza del 8 al 10 de octubre en PlayStation.
Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details. I personally can't wait to see everybody get in the mix.
Or don't worry, in addition to open beta early access, all those PlayStation players out there, be sure to pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the Lockpick Operator Pack at MW3's launch.
Big question is, what did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the decks. And I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team were going through every single detail, but Ali, what did you make of it?
She's freaking cool. Like, I know Stephanie talked about how she insta-locks her every single time that she's loading up into a game, and I might have to follow suit. Like, we might have to battle
Luego
it
le
out
están
when
dando
it's
vuelta
gonna
la
be the lockpicking
presentación.
game, because she is cool.
I'm down with the blue camo as well. Very excited to see all
Sí, pa. Mi cara lo dice todo. Es como que, bro, it's good, pero don't keep alargando las cosas porque we got things to do also.
So far, and over the past couple of months, I mean, I suppose that was the best way to put it. We've had some teasers, we've had some insights, we've had a few leaks of the return of Makarov.
Pero eso como producción ellos lo pueden acortar. Pero eso es que yo lo estoy mirando porque ellos controlan el nivel de la producción. Ellos no están en una plataforma.
Let's go.
Por fin.
One of our patrols reported hostile contact. Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
Wow.
Nothing gets in, and nothing, I say again, nothing gets out.
Ok.
The situation is dynamic and evolving. There are other
So, esto es como Warzone en cierta manera.
Sí, eso es lo que estoy viendo.
I'm in. Fuera de relajo, I'm in.
Friendly squad in the AO. Moving in to assist.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone.
Viene.
Yeah, I like that. El grito clásico, eso no puede faltar, pa.
A big boy. A big boy.
Oh, papá. What?
Nah.
Welcome to Operation Deadbolt.
Oh, papá.
I'm in.
I like it. Pero this is gonna be strange.
¿Qué va a ser raro?
It's gonna be strange.
You just got a sneak
Porque-
peek at the end of that trailer of the Soul Harvester weapon.
Déjame escuchar porque quiero
More
escuchar
on
eso
that
mismo.
in just a bit. But now, let's welcome some very special guests from Treyarch, because you got Kevin Drew as well as Miles Leslie. Kevin is the Associate Director of Design, and Miles is the Associate Creative Director. Welcome to the both of y'all, and it is so exciting to talk about some zombies.
Fired up. To be here. Yes.
It looks awesome in here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple in the back.
When I think of the undead, I think of
the
purple.
ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next into Treyarch. First time you guys have had folks in the studio in a long time. It was super exciting. You want to talk a little bit about the event and some of the awesome reactions we got to see in the room from these guys?
Yeah, no, it was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is traditionally something that is a mode based on exploration, discovery, but we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of the reactions in the room there. They got to see some footage. They got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
Yeah, the playtest though was absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments. It just felt right getting them into play.
Well, I was going to ask, like, as you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right, and then getting people to see it. And what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioning that it's not a thing you do often, bringing people into the studio. So that must have been a very, like, almost revealing experience for you guys, right?
It felt very good getting outside people besides us playing it.
Yeah,
like,
so you're like, oh, wait a minute, this game is good.
Hey, this is super fun. You know? So
it's like, we were right. Yeah,
we did it.
Yeah.
Guys, one of the most popular questions I
botas.
noticed, you know, ripe amongst the crowd of creators that was their Easter eggs. We know them, we love them, we want them in zombies. What, if anything, can you tell us? Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little tidbit, a little morsel.
A little something.
We can't give them all.
Giving anything.
Well, then what should we expect?
So if you were paying attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time, maybe
Presentaron el trailer.
You
Iván.
might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now, I don't want to give it all away. There's a lot to discover in this open world zombies.
Oh yeah, and I think that is going to lead perfectly to my question, which is, with so much that needs to be unpacked here, I guess what I'm curious about is, like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of zombies? The differences potentially from, you know, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, the operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's this massive open world co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design, you know, Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big new way?
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had in the franchise. So
Which
in the past, we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here, and there's, you know, we usually have four players.
Kind of. You know,
Safe
it
is
is
relative.
shooting zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world. But how do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because and also, like, you know, I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo.
Okay, en total
you can go in
24
with your
jugadores.
squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same
Estoy
thing.
aquí en una llamada, pero estoy
you're out in the
escuchando
world, you'll run
24
into other
jugadores.
squads
Nice.
or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to, like, combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you can form a super team.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Like in-game form a super team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's 8 squads of 3. You can group up together. You can go lone wolf it. I don't know if I'd recommend that, guys, from what I've seen.
Experienced players. If you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere. There's other surprises
We're
everywhere.
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I'm getting excited.
And so a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies, in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic, and if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021, and that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained. Lots of blood. And Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased.
Ooh.
But then whispers emerged that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the stage. All of that, by the way, is day one getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is, that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding.
Yes.
With
Mundo
Cold War,
chocando.
Modern Warfare, we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Nice,
But
eso va a estar
the
cool.
story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Yes, yes.
Oh, nice. Eso va a estar prometedor. Entonces vamos a ver la primera misión.
Your objective is a roof-mounted comms tower. Marking location on TAC map. Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms. Changing mags! Strike team, enemy birds closing on your position. Clear the deck and push up top. Objective is on the roof.
Esto va a llegar a otros niveles, nega. Con esto que yo estoy viendo, no escuché la parte antes. Empecé a ver el trailer cuando se bajó del avión. Pero yo creo que va a ser un impacto bien
Por si acaso estás viendo la
diferente.
primera misión. Y es como que todo el mundo jugando en juntos.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all threats.
Yo me acuerdo cuando salió el el flow primero God of War, que la gente hasta lo descubrió en game. No sé si te acuerdas de eso. Y este juego ha dado un salto, pero en esa mentalidad de cambiar todo, poco a poco lo han ido cambiando, y yo creo que este es el próximo nivel definitivamente.
From the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well, and they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it.
Eso
But
está bueno.
if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies,
Yeah.
you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that
That's
open
nice.
world sort of feeling across this, and that's really the exciting thing is
Segundo.
kind of pick your
Dale,
poison,
Toño.
that player pacing in that sense. But
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time. It's really. It runs side by side, parallel to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But there are still players that are going to be new to this, that are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for them? Because, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So Zombies can be pretty intimidating, and we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So we've built this mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun, and also support our veteran audience. So
and on a brand new
map, and we'll talk about that more later.
Not later.
But here, for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're going to infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are going to want to try to get into the center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Sakea threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an arm on him.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
Yeah.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay
Hate to
for
see
it.
it.
All right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, though, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game and have them playing something outside of their comfort zone, so to speak. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys. We've got the pack-a-punch, the pat machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you. Where do you want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well. Using
You're
the
gonna
score
see
streaks.
features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways. But
it's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
What?
Is our cereal.
Zombie cereal.
You can't find this in the map. I wish you could.
Yeah.
It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a UV light,
It's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of those.
Oh, yeah,
already.
I've stolen this.
I mean,
This
a
is
crate.
mine.
I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking
Oh,
a single crate.
Oh, wow.
What came off the truck? You know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits
Yes,
Cereal for making
fantastic.
this with the box bespoke for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome.
And it
Clang,
glows in the
clang,
dark.
bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies
Oh, yes.
players, and that's the Wonder Weapon,
Oh,
guys.
yes.
I need to know.
Yeah, so of course we have a Wonder Weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the
boy.
Scorcher.
Oh my word.
I'm gonna let you just look at it for a
Look at
second.
that first raid.
Yes,
That thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher again is built for demolishing the highest density.
Toyo
zombies
o
in
esa
the
pistola
market.
se parece a algo parecido de los Ghostbusters.
And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire that launches you into the air so that you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a horde, if you want to get away from the horde of
Una
zombies,
galleta,
if you want to
nada
jump
más.
on a building or over a building, like it's really.
Wait, so you can like rocket jump
Oh,
with it, essentially.
yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into like basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal.
There's no limits.
Chef's kiss.
Okay,
Chef's kiss.
chef's
Wonder
kiss, but
Weapon.
you're like, I'm the
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
And part of what makes Zombies so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. Is this? It's not a one and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah, so this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time with hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before, we saw Zakayev yeet the vial in the cinematic. That has created the incursion zone, that super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay repercussions are going to be for the player there?
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's spreading the dark aether. So it will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
And a lot of zombies.
And it gets really, intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
session
limit. Yeah,
Yeah.
1 hour session.
Oh, okay.
Again, those 24 players.
It goes
Se atacó
back to
un límite
getting
de una
in,
hora.
Again, player pacing. You want to stay on the outer edges. Awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat. But the Aether Storm waits for no one. And it will come, and it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
And that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into the storm to cleanse it?
Yeah.
Are we avoiding it?
What are we gonna
Are we
find in
getting the
there?
hell out of
What's
Dodge?
the exfil plan?
What are we
Yeah.
doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And really too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, you know, a lot of players will be spending a lot of time on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow, gearing up, getting that loot, collecting the right things that we need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you.
Item persistence.
Yes,
yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, you know, in the past, you've had to do all that just in-game and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisitions. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, Pack-a-Punch, drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks, right?
Quite a difference, right? But what was the, I guess, like, inspiration? Was it just, hey, let's just try something creative, different, fun, do what Zombies has always done and push the bar?
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time limit, but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in is huge.
Yeah, it's part of that. How do you use new players and seasons players, right? It kind of relates to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher zones and you have more of that arsenal, that's for those seasons players. They're gonna feel it and they're gonna want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
All right, we're getting into the lightning round here. Finally, Miles, I asked you before. You said that Zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm going to pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know, I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
we want people to find them.
We do want them to find them, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well, look,
you're not getting it out of us.
You know what? Steph might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that, ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters? What do you tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit. It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful. The Disciple, he buffs.
That was me this morning.
Just waking up.
Free coffee.
Buffing zombies and life draining the Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger than we last saw him. He's
because he needed to be bigger.
He's now grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh, fun.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to go inside.
But this is when he's talking about like that opportunity of open world. Is, okay, you think you're going to be safe, I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures. And they will try to explode.
Yo creo que nos contestaron muchas de las preguntas que teníamos, ¿verdad? De cómo iba a ser, cuál era el modo y el modo open world hasta ahora. Lo que sí me quedé con duda fue lo de 1 hora. Era 1 hora de límite, ¿verdad?
Exacto. Cada sesión.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time.
Pero fuera de eso,
there are humans.
Es lo que tú estabas mencionando. ¿Sabes? Es más que prometedor. Tú sabes todo lo que se puede sacar de contenido aquí y todas las historias cuando... O sea, estamos hablando de una perspectiva de que el juego de zombies te limitaba hasta cierto punto. Y que ahora cambia eso completamente. Y ahora es un modo completamente abierto que ya ahora es dedicado a que tú puedes dedicarte a eso si quieres hacer contenido, disfrutar con tus amistades, etcétera.
There's gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on that side, and you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or
Or
the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies.
Yo no
Kevin
recuerdo.
loves to say it's like a
Yo
hornet's
creo que
nest, which it is.
fíjate,
You shoot a
ese
few,
yo creo que
you
fue
get
el
a
único que
big
yo creo
horde
que yo
of
no le
them,
di tanto, no le di.
and you
Creo que ese
basically
fue el único que
train
no le di.
them right into the
Ahí,
game.
ahí.
That's cool. And it's basically the zombies are third party.
Ese es el único que no le di así
Which is awesome. So we're 100% team
Pero me
zombies.
gusta el hecho de que
You
lo
just
están
kind of sneak
envolviendo, me gusta el
by as
hecho,
they're
¿verdad? De
causing
que de
all the
una
carnage,
vez,
so
¿verdad?
you
Están
can
trabajándolo
loot,
así.
get what you need, and get
Como
out.
están
But
corriendo y es el
it's
próximo paso.
really
Yo creo que todo
just,
todo
I can't
todo
express
debe
the moment
evolucionar,
when
¿verdad?
you
So,
unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Awesome. I can't wait. Well,
So
you guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That
el arma, by the way, me
is
encantó.
absolutely
El arma
absurd. It's
principal me
100%
encantó.
something that you're going to want to see in Zombies
Así que,
Day One.
nada.
But
Gracias,
I
Nega, por
have some other news. Got a little
tenerme aquí.
taste
Mañana yo creo que vamos a
of that
compartir
Big
algo
Mac that you guys
del
keep
en
talking
vivo,
about.
¿verdad? Que vamos a hacer.
I'm
Así
excited
que,
to announce
nada,
that the
nos
Big Mac you
comunicamos, nos
saw
mantenemos en
here
comunicación.
teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first
Dale,
look
familia.
at the
Gracias,
brand
familia, a
new
todos.
map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh boy, it's going to
Stay
be
tuned.
awesome stuff. Firstly, Kevin, Miles, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. Your passion is infectious. Your love for this is truly inspirational, and I'm excited to try it out.
I wish we could stay and talk about it. Yes.
I think we
You
could
did draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely Zombies artwork
I
today.
think we could talk about this all
will be
day.
debuting
It's
later.
going to be awesome. I'm sure everyone's so excited to jump into Zombies. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for sharing that love for this. And that, of course, wraps up our Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But next up, it's Warzone with live Warzone gameplay and new map details are going to be coming your way. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition Watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Un poquito de Warzone y me
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, welcome back to Call of Duty Next. Zombies! Where do we even start? Oh my God! I mean, it's what? We've got the spiritual successor to Outbreak from Cold War. We've got everything we know and love about zombies, and a big old look at what they called the big map. Did you notice at home when you saw that screen grab? Oh, that's a big map. That's the sort of map I could see 100-something players jumping into and fighting until the very last man or woman standing. Guys, zombies, let's get into it. The ray gun on desk right now obviously is very, very appropriate. It looks sick. It looks fun. I mean, I cannot wait, frankly.
I think the big thing is that it's almost like a gateway for others who have never played Zombies before. It's Warzone type of style. You have also Ether, waves of